Welcome to our video on the best way to train cats. If you're a cat owner, you know that these curious creatures can sometimes be a little stubborn when it comes to following your commands. But fear not, with the right approach and a little patience, you can train your cat to behave in a way that suits both you and your furry friend. In this video, we'll show you the best techniques for training your cat, whether you're trying to discourage bad behaviors or teach them new tricks. From positive reinforcement and clicker training to understanding your cat's unique personality and needs, we'll cover everything you need to know to get started. So, if you're ready to take your cat's training to the next level and strengthen your bond with your feline companion, let's dive in. Contrary to popular belief, cats do require mental and physical enrichment. If not given proper stimulation, cats can become bored, which then leads to problems such as destructive behavior, weight gain, depression, and other health issues. Training requires your cat to problem solve while also increasing their movement, which makes it an excellent form of both mental and physical exercise. Training with your cat will also help to strengthen the bond the two of you share. It gives you a fun activity to do together, and it builds trust. As you work with your cat, you'll get a deeper understanding of their personality, their body language, and how their mind works. This understanding will build a closer relationship and be helpful in other areas of your cat's life as well. Last but not least, training your cat can eliminate undesirable or problem behaviors. As mentioned, bored cats can become destructive, so if this is something your cat struggles with, training can help. You can also use clicker training to correct problem behavior such as unwanted scratching, biting, and counter surfing. Which approach is better to train cats? Rewarding or punishment? As with anything new, it's important to start with the basics first. As tempting as it may be to jump right into training your cat to jump through a hoop, chances are that would end in frustration for both of you. Start with some simple skills to show your cat that training is fun and easy. Teaching your cat that the click means they get a treat is the first step of clicker training. Once your cat understands the click, you may want to try teaching them to sit. Target training is also a good, beginner skill. By starting with these foundation skills, you will be well prepared to progress onto more advanced behaviors. It can be hard to keep a cat's attention when they are new to training. Shorter sessions will keep your cat focused and prevent them from losing interest or getting frustrated. When your cat is first beginning, we recommend starting with 3 to 5 minute sessions once or twice a day. Short but frequent and consistent training sessions will be way more effective than longer ones. For example, having 2 to 3 5-minute training sessions in a day is typically better than one 15-minute session. As your cat advances, you can increase the length of your training sessions. If possible, try to end your session on a positive note before your cat loses interest. Pick a quiet area of your home for your cat training sessions, someplace with as few distractions as possible. Family members, other pets, and noises can be quite distracting, and your cat may not be able to focus. If you have other pets, close them off in another room of the house so you and your cat can focus only on each other and the training. While there are strategies to train multiple cats at once, it's best to start off working with just one cat at a time. The clicker takes a snapshot of the correct behavior and lets your cat know which behavior earned the reward. For clicker training to work properly, it's essential to click right at the precise moment your cat performs the desired behavior. Because the click is a promise of a reward, it's necessary always to give your cat a treat after you click. Behavior that gets rewarded gets repeated, so once your cat knows what behavior is earning treats, they will start to offer that behavior, making it easy for you to add a signal down the road. There is no magical, universal training treat. Just as with humans, different cats have different treat preferences. Some may prefer dry treats or kibble, while others prefer wet food or squeezable treats. It's good to have multiple treats that your cat will work for. You may also find that your cat is willing to perform easy behaviors for one type of treat, but that they require a higher value treat for more difficult behaviors. A high value treat doesn't necessarily mean a more expensive treat. It is just a treat your cat sees as being special. Again, this will be different for every cat, but typically it will be something they don't get to have on a very regular basis. For example, if your cat only eats wet food for their regular meals, they may see dry food as something extra special. As a general rule, cats don't respond well to punishment. Punishing your cat can lead to stress and anxiety, and it can damage the sense of trust you're building. Some cats will even view punishment as a reward. Negative attention is attention, after all. Clicker training is all about positive reinforcement. The idea is always to reward the desired behaviors. When your cat engages in a negative behavior, you should try to redirect or distract your cat rather than punish. Better yet, figure out why your cat is doing that behavior and try to prevent it or teach them an alternative one. For example, if your cat is scratching the couch, the goal is to teach them to scratch a more appropriate option. To avoid confusion, always use the same voice commands and hand signals for the behavior you are working on. Be sure that anyone else who trains with your cat also knows the correct commands and signals. Training requires a lot of focus from your cat, so you will want to be strategic about when you do your training sessions. After a nap or first thing in the morning is usually a good time, as your cat will be rested and ready for an activity. Right before mealtimes are great too because your cat will be more willing to work for their treat rewards if they're a bit hungry. If your cat tends to be active at bedtime, you can engage in a training session with them before you go to sleep to help tire them out too. If you have other members of your household, it is beneficial to include them in your cat's training process. This is especially important if you're working on training out any unwanted behaviors. All members of the household should know what the training method and goal is so they can also correctly and consistently address the bad behavior when it comes up. Involving others in the training also helps to build your cat's socialization skills. What behaviors make your cat more cool? Whether you want your cat to give you a high five or get into their carrier with ease, here are some specific skills and how to teach them. Many kittens and cats come already trained to use the litter box. However, even if yours didn't, you can litter train them fairly quickly. Make sure the box is clean and in a quiet place. After your kitty eats, move them to the litter box and gently scratch the litter with one of their front paws. After they pee or poop, reward them and remove them from the box. Do this consistently, and they will soon figure out the litter box is their elimination area. Tip: if your cat is suddenly urinating or pooping outside of their litter box, it could be a sign of a potential health problem like a UTI. Talk to your veterinarian about any out-of-character litter box habits. Carrier training can teach cats that the carrier is a safe place to be, thus, making traveling with your cat easier. First, leave the carrier door open and put a favorite toy or a treat inside it. When your cat enters the crate, give them some positive reinforcement like a pet or a chin scratch. Once your cat is comfortable, try closing the door. Start with just a few seconds and slowly build up as your cat gets more comfortable with the door being closed. After your cat adapts to the door being closed, get them used to the crate being carried. Start by lifting it up and placing it back down, and slowly start taking steps. Do this enough and your cat will soon be comfortable when it's time to travel or visit the vet. Teaching your cat to sit can come in handy. Simply stand or sit in front of your cat, and when they sit naturally, reward them. Start using the sit cue after they start sitting in anticipation of the treat. Soon they will associate the cue with the behavior. The high five is a fun party trick. Start by having your cat sit in front of you, and offer them a treat. If your cat's paw comes off the ground, give them a treat. Once your cat is reaching for your hand, raise it up in small increments. Your cat will soon reach higher and higher for the treat. When your cat is finally performing the high five, replace the treat with praise and chin scratches. What behaviors should we correct in our cat? Tired of your cat scratching furniture or clawing at your arms? Here are some tricks to stop bad behavior. Cats love to jump on countertops, which can be unnerving and cause damage. Training a cat to stay off the counter is possible by using double-sided tape or an object the cat doesn't like to discourage them from jumping up there. If they do jump on the counter, calmly and gently put them back on the ground. If they know the sit command, this is a good time to use it. When your cat sits and doesn't jump back up onto the counter, give them their treat. It's not uncommon for cats to bite or kick, but it can become a problematic behavior. If your cat bites or kicks because of a boundary or privacy issue, respect your cat's space. If your cat bites or kicks out of rough play, however, disengage and ignore your cat. When your cat stops being rough, reward the calm behavior. The easiest way to prevent scratching furniture is to provide a scratching post. If that doesn't solve the problem, place double-sided tape over the area to discourage your cat from using it. Keep in mind, cats use scratching posts for claiming territory and leave their pheromones around. A cat is more likely to use a scratching post if it's in plain sight or a room others occupy, too. Not only is destructive chewing annoying to deal with, but it can also be very dangerous. This is especially true if your cat likes to chew on electrical cords. Prevent destructive chewing by hiding objects or spraying them with a bitter apple deterrent. You can also redirect them to chew sticks or other cat toys like catnip balls. There are many houseplants that are poisonous to cats. Although you should avoid having these types of plants in your home altogether, the next best thing is to seclude them in one area and put double-sided tape, a screen, or foil around the base of the plant. You can also add foil strips into the pot to discourage your cat from climbing into it. You can also offer your cat an alternative like cat grass when they feel the need to chomp on some greens. Like clockwork, some cats will start yowling and meowing close to mealtime to get your attention. The best way to stop incessant cat meows is by simply ignoring the behavior. Your cat will soon learn there is no reward for this and stop. Try making them sit while you prepare their food to show them only good behavior will get them what they desire. Whether you want your cat to be safer in their environment, stop unwanted behavior, or show off some fun party tricks, training cats is a great way to get the job done. A few minutes of your time each day will not only keep your cat mentally and physically stimulated, but also forge a better relationship between you and your purring feline. Thank you for watching our video on the best way to train cats. We hope you found these tips and techniques helpful in training your furry friend. Remember, training your cat takes time and patience, so don't get discouraged if you don't see results right away. Keep practicing and reinforcing positive behaviors, and you'll see progress over time. If you have any questions or want to share your own tips on cat training, please leave them in the comments section below. And don't forget to subscribe to our channel for more videos on pet care and training. Thank you again for watching, and we wish you and your cat all the best in your training journey.